From a very first line of code to complex projects that I deal with today, coding has been always more than just a skill. It's a journey of growth, discovery, and passion. In this video, I'll take you through how coding isn't just about algorithms or syntax. It's a window into a world of whole new possibilities, new exciting theories, and just way to experience your life better. By the end, you'll see how coding can not only improve your professional opportunities, but also foster your personal development, creativity, and the deeper understanding of the world around us. Whether you are a professional coder or just interested in learning what coding can offer you, you'll find inspiration and insights how deep the coding can help you be a better person and improve your life. If you haven't met before, my name is Klim. I'm a CEO who loves productivity, economics, and AI. In my videos, I share evidence-based approaches to improving your life, your future, and in general, how interesting technology can help you. I have been coding for around 5 years and I did a lot of projects, but my first encounter with coding was back in school when around 10 years ago we were making a program where we had to get this cat to its goal. And it was really revolutionary for me to be able to actually achieve some end goal using code that I actually could feel and see. I could get this cat to its object by giving it some simple commands. At that point, I knew that I was hooked, and it was basically one of the dreams come true where I could change and create anything I could. Since then, I have found that coding can basically apply to every single part of our lives, from automating a menial task to generating millions of dollars in revenue. And so we're gonna start with the first point of how you can enrich your life as well, and that is by using your creative potential. There have been a lot of studies that showcase that when people use their creative side and use their creative thinking, they actually can reach a much higher understanding of themselves as well as just happiness. For example, many people have tackled and dabbled with painting using code, with making music making code, and many other sides of usual and offline creative approaches, but with a twist using the coding equipment or just the code in general. That is why you can do it too. There are many possibilities of coding your own algorithmic music. Or for example, you want to paint but in a specific way that probably a human can't do because it's so miniature or interesting. The biggest reason why people are driven to creative approaches in coding is because it enables the ideas to come to life. When the idea itself finalizes in the end product, people feel the deep emotion of being satisfied, and it's the same as finishing the painting. The second part, how you can enrich your life, is by using coding as a way to improve your problem-solving skills. It's not a secret really that problem-solving is a very, very important part in both world and in your personal life as well as professional life. Problem-solving is basically everywhere. And if you know how to do it better than everyone else, you'll be more valued. And you know what? Coding is basically all about problem solving. So if you think that you probably don't know how to solve a problem or you struggle with logic, I think coding and programming is just for you to improve your life and everything around it. Why problem solving is improved in coding? Well, because you are building a step-by-step way for code to do something. It's the same way as you building a step-by-step way for you to improve a specific task or improve a specific project that you're working on. And usually because people are very bad without training, people are very bad with strategizing. That is why coding is an amazing skill to improve that, to improve your structural approach to things. And the third way that coding can enrich your life is basically promoting continuous learning and adaptability. The world of technology changes every single day. There is a new framework, there is a new way to do things, there's best cases, best scenarios, and best ways to do certain things. Well, guess what? As a developer, as a coder, you have to know all that. You have to continuously learn, you have to adapt, you have to be on your feet. And that is extremely important, not only in coding, but in every single thing that you do. And guess what? In coding, it's so apparent that as soon as you come into a company or as soon as you are on a project with someone, people will notice how fast you learn, how fast you adapt, and what is your way of thinking. Is it strict and you don't even think and want to go into other directions? Or you're adaptable, which is very, very valuable in every single part of our lives. To be honest, I myself love being on top of the game. I love knowing all the best new features, all the new AI models, all the new coding challenges I can solve, and could be solved. And that is a really, really deep, passionate thing that I enjoy, and I think it enriches my life greatly. The fourth thing is that coding, no matter how hard it is or no matter what you do, it offers a sense of accomplishment. Because it doesn't matter what exactly you're doing, your project will get stuck at some point. There is no way that you will solve everything with the first run of code. There is a big joke and big satisfaction of when you build your project and you do everything correctly and then you run it, it usually fails. That's why the biggest problem and biggest challenge of coding is getting to know what is the problems. And when you know what are the problems and you have solved them, the accomplishment are incredible, and you feel that, and dopamine hits you and makes you feel very, very good. It's probably the biggest challenge and biggest thing that programmers say when they say, okay, why do you love coding, why do you hate at the same time? It's because bugs are everywhere and you get to solve them and enjoy the process and enjoy the results. The fifth thing is that coding builds resilience and resistance. It's hard when you have been working on a project for a month, 2 months, 3 months, to be stuck on a problem for a week or maybe even those months. And resilience and being strong with yourself is what coding does. You're able to focus, you're able to say, okay, it doesn't work now, but I have 100 of points, 100 ways I can solve this. And every single problem in coding is probably solvable. You just need to put time, effort, and all of your attention into it. Resilience and patience is extremely important in coding. And you know what? It's important everywhere else. That's why coding enriches your life and enables you to build it. On top of all that, coding enriches your logical thinking and critical thinking. So when next time you have a bug, you're able to solve it, not with just Googling it, but with putting hundreds of things together and solving it with your own brain. People have been telling us that Googling and AI is going to take over the coding. Guess what? It hasn't happened, and it's probably not going to happen for quite a while. Why? Because you have to put hundreds of different sources, your own understanding, the documentation, everything else into the problem in order to fix it. That is why it is really hard to replace the coders and professionals who understand how to do it. And guess what? It was all built up with years and years of experiencing coding and how it can be done. The seventh thing of importance and how coding can enrich your life is basically of opening up new doors for you globally. Coding is such a big thing in the world. It's such an important thing that everyone in the world values it greatly. For the last 20 years, everyone who's been in coding or programming and has improved has made a name for themselves. They are known, they are loved inside of their own communities, they are sought after. And people like that never have a struggle with a job or with connections because everyone knows them. Everyone wants to work with them and everyone wants to talk to them. Being good at coding is not only about having a skill. It's about being a good coder who knows how to communicate, enrich others, and help others as well. That is why being able to code enriches my life personally by opening new doors and being able to talk with people who I would have never been able to talk with if I wasn't a coder. The eighth thing is demystifying technology. Usually, when you have something in your hand, you probably don't know what it is, or you don't know how it works. For example, an iPhone, an AI model, or something trivial like, for example, a home appliance. Either way, when you know how to code and you know what everything does, you basically understand the inner workings of things. Next time you look at some technology, you don't just think, okay, well, this is just something I'm going to use as a consumer. You think, wow, it was built using all this technology. All those developers spent so much time flushing out everything. And it's incredible even to think that so much work have gone into this one product. The last time when I bought this DJI microphones, I was so impressed. Not just by the quality of it or how I'm gonna use it, but because the amount of work and a lot of thinking and just programming went into it is incredible. I cannot even start to think how many people and for how long worked on it, because now I know, and I used to know with coding, how exactly this technology could be made. And that's incredible, and it makes me feel more than a consumer and more like a part of every single technology I use. And 10th thing, coding provides a good platform for innovation. As you probably know, for the last 20-30 years, all of the big companies, all of the innovations that we have in the world starting from iPhone to the internet and even to something like AI. It has all been made with coding and with programming. It's a great platform. Yes, there are other ways, but you have to get at least one PhD in order to make a breakthrough in some technology around not coding. And if you think about it, probably everyone can learn how to code, and there are easy ways to do it. And I cannot even start to say how important it is to code, how important it is to understand why you should be coding. Because in either way, I think most people will have to be learning how to code, or at least using AI to code, because the technology is so appealing. You can do so much for yourself and for everyone around you if you just understand how to code, how to do things, and how to scale it. Because it's a great opportunity that basically puts you up against everyone else. If you're a project manager who can code, great, you're more valued. If you're a product manager who can code, great, you're even more valued. If you're a CEO who can code, guess what? No one will scam you, no one will outprice you, and no one will tell you, okay, these things cost $1 million, because you know how much it costs. You know how the technology works, and you can basically work it out. That's a great way to understand how exactly life works, how exactly code works, and what technology are used. I very much encourage every single you viewers to explore coding, to explore how you can use it, and explore what ways you can use it today. I understand that it can be scary, it can be really hard and painful to learn how to code. But in my opinion, if you don't, then you're missing out. You're missing out on a lot of things, a lot of great things. And so I encourage you and I want you to explore, to learn, to say how you feel at least try some free courses, some free videos, because there is no harm in spending a little bit of your free time in coding instead of something else, useless or otherwise. Either way, I encourage you to learn to code and subscribe, like the video, and I hope you come back here again to learn how to code, or maybe just explore some more videos I have on management, product management, economics, AI, and things like that. So keep in touch, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.